Our verses for today are from Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14, and these are verses that really have something significant to teach us if we can take it to heart. Paul says, "Beloved, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but this one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the heavenly call of God in Christ Jesus." And what I want to focus on today, here Paul is talking about Christ's resurrection and how that is such a defining event for him and for all who follow Jesus. But I want to focus on his phrase, forgetting what lies behind, I press on. Part of what I see often in my role as a pastor is individuals who have trouble forgetting what lies behind. Things that have happened in the past, sometimes in the recent past, sometimes in the quite distant past, even decades and decades ago, are still impacting a person emotionally, physically, relationally. So how do we do this? How do we forget what lies behind so we can press on? Well, let's talk about it just for a moment in terms of regrets. Daniel Pink has a new book out about the power of regrets, and in it he talks about 4 major categories that our regrets tend to fall into. The first one he calls foundational regrets. Those are ones that go back to when we're very young and wishing, for example, things like, I wish I had worked harder in school, or I wish I had learned the importance of being frugal and saving money earlier in my life. So foundational regrets. The next type of regrets he mentions are boldness-related regrets. These are the things when, unfortunately, we let fear shape our decisions, and so we regret not trying something new, not taking a risk, not asking somebody out who we were interested in. The next type of regrets are moral regrets. These are sadly the things where people regret cheating on their spouse, or cheating on an exam, or cheating someone out of money. So those are moral regrets. And the final type of regrets are connection-related regrets. And these are ones that are related to our relationships, and wishing I had reached out to somebody and I felt I should and I didn't, and then that person died before I could ask for their forgiveness, that sort of thing. And part of what Daniel Pink says is very similar to what Paul says here in Philippians chapter 3. How important it is when we have something we regret, something in our past, that we're able to acknowledge it, to name it, learn from it, and move on. That's the power of forgetting what lies behind. I pray that you have regrets, that you would know you have lots of company. Every single person who has an ounce of intelligence or self-reflection has regrets and things, if I could do it over again, I'd do it differently. But those regrets don't have to dominate our present. Name it, learn the lesson it provides, because our regrets often reveal our values, and then strain forward and keep on following Jesus.